So we're going to leave these guys now to just load themselves up and tell us a little bit of what they're doing. Pete, go ahead. Farah? We just want you to see it's pretty simple. I'll take that one. So what are you trying to do? Where do you want to put some loads, Farah, and why?
I actually want to put some loads on my thighs because I actually have a weak area on my thighs and I feel that I need to strengthen them. So that's why I'm going to put more on my thighs and see how that works out.
Well, let's get you in there. Okay, I'll let you do the other side.
Yeah.
And just for style, it's always nice to try and match your left side and your right side. Pete, yourself, where are you loading now?
I'm going to load the arms for speed.
Oh, right on.
So basically, speed counts in mixed martial arts.
Well, let's... Yeah, for sure. Now here, Pete, I'll give you some hundreds. Let's do this. So the other thing with your different sizes, you're going to load those in different areas. The hundreds sitting up on the upper arm nicely. He's got the big 200s there on the forearms. Now Pete's currently got 2, 4, 6, 8. He's got almost a kilo on those arms already. But how does it feel? Oh, get a little Ironman?
Yeah. It's good. It feels, well, obviously it feels weighty, but there's like no restriction in movement.
How about movement in your arms?
Yeah, it's fine. It's feels just like wearing a normal compression suit,
Yep.
but it's a bit weightier, yes.
And how about that snap? Can you still feel that looseness on that punch?
Yeah, it's still loose
Yep.
from the shoulder. It moves forward quickly.
Yep.
So yeah.
How long would you consider that a training load?
I might, for a longer period training session, this would be perfect for me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it's a shorter, explosive sort of period of training, then I'd throw a bit more on.
Cool. Farah, what have you got going here?
Well, I loaded up on my thighs and
Yep.
then like you can actually really, it's not like we put on weights and you can feel it. I think when you move, you can feel that there's something there and it's holding back. And then I put some on my calves as well. I put different types to just feel the weights because it's very interesting to see that like, you know when you put normal weights on, you just put one weight on the bottom and then it's
the
just,
old, those old ankle weights and
yeah,
wrist
you just
weights.
feel them on the bottom, but here you can actually feel them where the weights are. So here on the back, I can feel them on the back, and the one on the front, I can feel them on the front, and that's really interesting to know that. So you can actually do like muscle, like for example, like if you have a weak back muscle, then you
Yep.
can put, or you have a weak front muscle. So that's very interesting. And for us, we have different movements where we need like a stronger thigh or stronger hamstring, and so that's really interesting. And I can really feel them, and then
Yeah,
you can
feel
actually,
that, eh?
it feels like light but heavy. It's a really interesting thing. It's like it's light on the body, but when you start the move, it's like, oh my God,
It's there.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, it's there.
It's really interesting.
But now go back to that same thing. You're both loaded up a little bit in the upper body, like you mentioned, specifically your lower body, just movement in general. Of course, the ideal movement is no weight, but if you were doing resistance for some of your specific movement, it's comfortable?
Yes, and it's very comfortable. The compression works. I've hit bags with the arm weights on before, and you know what it allows me to do is it's like holding weights,
Yep.
but without actually physically
Holding
holding
weights.
them. So if you hold a weight and you punch a bag, you're going to feel it through your knuckles. Whereas obviously you feel the extra weight through your hands, but you can do the movement in a very natural way.
Yeah, and that natural way is exactly what we designed it for. And as you mentioned there, you'll notice something that's important is, like Farah's done and Pete's done, they've dispersed weight across the arm. Instead of having a focal point of a dumbbell or a cable or a tubing or a piece of a heavy wrist weight, you've got it dispersed, which means several joints are taking that load, which makes it, one, a little less chance of an injury and doesn't interfere with that movement. So last thing we're gonna do now, guys, is we're gonna put a few more loads on you and then we're gonna get you to show us some of your stuff, okay?